Welcome, Sojourners. You have found yourself a cozy place here at Sojourners Awake. I'm Jonathan, and you are listening to Tabletop Stories podcast, where we tell stories and roll dice. Welcome to Halimesis, a homebrewed world of magic and adventure. You are listening to the season Trial by Combat. Follow along with our brave Sojourners through exploration, danger, and drama. Trial by Combat is a 5th edition adventure. Our Sojourners are Mousewell, the Chahua Cleric, Eandros, the Cyclops Sorcerer, and Off, the Sand Dwarf Rogue. Thank you to Jackson, our Dungeon Master, for providing an excellent game. And so for now, our story continues. Background music and ambiance provided by Tabletop Audio. Discover them at www.tabletopaudio.com.
Well then, I think it's time for us to, time for our story to continue. Mousewell. So here's the thing I always do as a DM. I always pick one player to recap the past session from their character's point of view.
Oh.
I think we're going to start with you, Mousewell.
You put me on the spot. That's horrible.
Gotta get your mind going.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, last week we were awoken in a cell, which was rather uncomfortable, and worked out a deal with this strange man who I don't really trust all that much. But he gave me free weapons, and, you know, it said he'd keep me safe, so I think he's fine for now. And I got put in this giant arena. It was pretty scary, and I died, or almost died. I blacked out for most of it, but when I woke up, you know, it looked like we had won. So obviously, I did something that was rather impressive, because, you know, the enemy was dead. Maybe the teammates did something. I don't know what they were doing, but it was probably me.
All right.
And we're in this portal, and I don't know where the heck we're going, but I feel tired, my bones are achy, and I just need a rest.
As you all begin to exit the portal, you exit into this large, what looks like the hall of the main hall of a temple. These wide marble pillars along the perimeter of the chamber, and artifacts and very ornate wood and stone, marble reliquaries around the perimeter, throughout the chamber. Sitting in the very center of the room is a massive beast, the size of probably half the Colosseum you were just in. This massive beast with crimson scales. It looked like, I don't know, like centuries of blood caked into these scales. Yet, this creature does not seem to be weighed down by the blood on its scales. If anything, it seems utterly content and comfortable in its perch. The dragon shrugs and settles its body like a cat that could crush a castle tower between its claws. He looks up at your arrival and proclaims, "Very well, Thornweaver. Take your gold, as I promised. You three, come close and be seated. You have won your freedom. Now, would you like your revenge?"
Yeah.
Man, this is real active players today, you know?
Yes, I'm gonna step forward, and he told me to sit down, right? So I'm gonna do exactly that.
Do the rest of you follow suit?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. As you sit down and you look behind you, actually, you see that along what looks to be like floating in the air is this large. There's an orb that almost projecting from the orb is a top-down view of the arena. As you notice that aside from the dragon, Ezra, the wizard who teleported you, and 3 other looks to be people in some varying levels of what looks to be priestly attire. As he says, "Now you have been freed. Now I have suspected something to be wrong with the dragon Heronbill who hired you for some time now. His actions in sending you here only confirm that. I would like you to help me bring Heronbill to justice. Now, in order to do that, we must find proof. For a dragon to kill a dragon is forbidden. To kill a dragon at all is forbidden. However, 1 month from now, there is a council that meets. The Council of Dragonkind. The strongest of all the drakes and the worms come together. It is there in which we must reveal his corruption. And so, I come to this. A job. I believe not only did Heronbill provide you with the false scroll, but also that it was him who orchestrated the death of my brother. My brother, Halaburn, the twin lord of Pyraxis, may his soul rest in peace, was poisoned. And I believe that poison to have come from here in the city. I need to know where that poison came from. And from there, we will find who bought it from the alchemist or poison master or whoever sold it. If you do this, I will pay you 1,000 gold. And each of you may take an item of your choice from the reliquaries of this temple, many of which are magical in nature. Won in bets across the years.
So we're supposed to go try and figure out where this poison is, or who made it?
Yes.
Okay.
What's everyone's passive perception?
9.
13.
12.
As y'all are still seated in front of this massive dragon, once you find whoever sold this toxin, I need you to either bring them to me or bring me the toxin.
Okay.
Once you do this, I will know you are ready.
Sounds good enough for me.
Proposition.
I'm all in.
Sounds like a deal.
Good. Which among you would be considered your leader?
We don't really have a leader. We just all make decisions.
For any reason, you must be contacted or contact me. You will do so through my aide, Ezra Thornby, who brought you here. Now, be gone. I must mourn my brother in peace. As the large doors on the opposite end of the chamber, but in the chamber behind you, swing open with a large wind that forces you to the ground. Well, further than you already are. So, would anyone like to try to make any recall knowledge checks, any perception, anything of the sort?
I'll do a perception check.
Okay.
I'll do a knowledge check.
Okay, roll me a history or religion.
11.
11?
Yep.
It is known that Hyraxis has his crimson scales, but his brother had this azure, light cerulean blue color scale. Now, what were you doing, Muscle? Perception?
Yes, and I rolled a 16.
16? That is not gonna cut it, unfortunately.
Darn.
as you leave the chamber. Ezra Thornweaver, the wizard who has been in contact with you, uh, comes to you and says, "Well, I don't know what voice I gave this guy, so I'm just going to use this now." Uh, it was not that. I don't think it was that. Voices, good to remember, for important NPCs. But he says to you, "Well, I think. Do you have lodging in the city?"
No.
A little bit for me.
No.
Very well. Those of you that need lodging, you may stay in the Blue Fire Tavern by the docks. It is it's mostly a bar, but they have lodging in the upper floor. I mean, it's one room with a bunch of hammocks, but it's something.
That'll do.
Okay.
Are you gonna pay for it for us?
Are you all broke? I mean, oh yeah, I need to get you the rest of your stuff. Hold on. And he casts a dimension door and walks through it as it disappears. Then, like 10 seconds later, another one opens and he walks back out, holding the rest of y'all's equipment that you had not received back after the match. Now you have all of
Thank
your.
you.
Sorry, almost forgot with that. But yeah,
Thank
I
you.
maybe wouldn't go by the Coliseum for a while. Like I said, a lot of people bet against you, and so a lot of people are out of money. So
We'll keep that in mind.
yeah, you do that. But yes, the tavern is by the docks. Adolf, that was your name, correct?
Yeah,
You said you have lodging in the city?
a little bit.
I will bring I suppose if I can accompany you to the inn. Uh, as he opens another dimension door behind him, if you will.
I'll walk through.
The rest of y'all just stand there.
I follow.
Yeah, may as well follow.
Yeah, and y'all immediately smell. The air grows a little bit more humid as you look behind you. You're standing like on the edge of like the docks of the or the on the docks of Loch Bailey, which is a lake that is in kind of the very center of the map, basically.
Okay.
As you turn back around, you're standing in front of looks to be a 2-story building. Uh, the second story seems pretty inactive, but the first story, so as soon as y'all basically turn back around, someone gets flung out a window, and like hits the
Okay.
deck, and goes, "No, no, you no," and just passes out drunk. It's not the nicest place, but uh, I know I can get y'all can get in here for very cheap.
Okay.
Can I go investigate the passed out dude?
Yeah. Are you just looting
Um,
his body?
No, I was gonna try and heal him.
Okay, because that's what my mom would have done, without question. Just
No, I'd like to go over there and try to. Well, where is he laying right now? Is he hurt from the fall?
a little bit. You can walk it
I
off,
would like to.
probably.
Well, I'd like to patch him up. Patch him up then.
Okay. In what way? Just general medicine check.
Yeah.
Okay. Go make a medicine check.
Ooh, poor guy. I rolled a 6.
Ooh.
Hmm. you're not sure if you helped or made it worse, and so you just kind of stop after a minute. And you're not sure if you're helping or making his condition worse.
Fair enough. I'ma just like tuck him in a corner or something so nobody pays attention to it, and then leave it be.
Okay. And do all of you walk in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aoth, could I have some, like, gold since I don't have any of my own to buy myself a drink?
Yeah, sure. I'll give him 5 gold.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you're passing out free money? I'd like some.
But yes. Ezra says, Aoth, I can accompany to your lodgings next, if you'll allow me to just get your companion settled in.
Wait, what was that?
I will help you get to your, lodgings if you will just give me a second to get your companions settled in.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Jackson. By the way, I'm immune to alcohol for 23 days.
Yes, I'm aware. You also mentioned that you had a severe addiction. I fully remember. You better keep track of those days. Ezra walks up to the counter and says, "Yes, can I get some lodging for those two right there? Yeah, the dumb looking ones." Okay, thank you. And he slides like a gold over the counter. All right, you two have lodgings on the second floor. Just
Nice.
find
Thanks.
a bunk and take it. Aoth, if you will follow me.
Okay, I'll follow him.
And he leads you outside. So he opens up another. Well, he doesn't do it yet because he doesn't know where in the city is your lodgings.
Well, I don't really live here. I was just saying, like, I know a little bit of the city.
Oh, so you need a room here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, he just walks back in the building. He goes. He slides 5 silver over the counter and, but for the third dumb one.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Just feel free to drink what you like. The bill is on me.
Okay.
As he whispers something in the bartender's ear and leaves. Who here had the highest pass?
Me, 13.
13?
Yep.
You notice out of the corner of your eye, looks to be a dwarven woman, probably some sort of barmaid just behind the counter, who just keeps squints at off for a second. It looks back down, does it again, like she thinks she recognizes him from somewhere. She's not quite sure where. It'd be really awkward to ask, just in case.
Hey, Aoth. There's someone staring at you right over there.
Well, what a creep.
And you also notice that by the door, there is this another dwarven man, bald, who is just standing there, just looks to be wearing like leather armor, just looking around, likely like a bouncer, but he's keeping a very watchful eye on the tavern. But the bartender's like, "So, gonna get you anything?" It's another kobold. He is like, looks like tufts of fur growing like chops.
I would like a drink, please.
All right, what can I get you?
Whatever you have on tap.
Alrighty then. You see, pulls out a mug and goes up to what looks like it's just a barrel kind of inset into the wall, and pulls like on the little tap thing connected to it. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'd
And,
like what he's having.
Alrighty. And you there, Sir Dwarf?
No, I'm good.
Okay. As he looks to that barmaid, as he also notices that she's just looking at you. All right. Well, You all find a table. We have a little what do you call it? Pinball machine off in the side room there, if you're interested.
Well, thank you.
problem.
I'm gonna lead the way to an empty table. I want to take one. Are there any like in a corner somewhere that's not super out in the open?
You could find a corner booth.
Then I'll take that.
All right. As the two of you, as the three of you sit around the table, the bartender walks up to the barmaid. You see him whispering something to her. Does anyone like to make a perception check to try to eavesdrop?
Yeah, sure.
I could.
I'd like to do so as well. I'm curious.
All right, everybody roll.
I got a 3.
I got a 7.
Ooh.
I got a 17.
Okay, the 17 succeeds. You kind of hear him say, "Is something wrong?" And you can't really hear what she's saying because she's very quiet, but you can lip read what she's saying. She says, "I don't know. He looks familiar." So, like a bad familiar or a good familiar? I don't know. He might be from the guild. Oh, that's not good. Keep an eye. That's what you pick up before he goes back to the counter.
Hey, Off.
Yeah?
Do you recognize the person over there? They're kind of talking about you.
Not really.
You should
Well,
maybe go talk to her.
You can make an intelligence check for me. You would like.
Okay. 15.
15? There's something familiar about her.
Okay.
You can't quite pick up on it, but you think you've probably seen her before as well.
Well, I mean, I guess I kind of recognize her, but I don't really know where.
Huh, that's weird. I think she kind of thinks the same thing about you. I can try to go get her name if that would help.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't see how it could be like necessary for what we're trying to do right now.
Yeah, that's fair. So what is the plan? Where are we heading out?
Probably search the town for some alchemists.
Yeah,
Something.
that's probably a
Smart
good
idea.
idea.
You said you kind of knew the city.
A little bit.
Do you know where any could be?
No, I haven't really searched the city for like, the alchemists. It's mostly just
Mousewell,
other stuff.
your passive perception. You hear the someone play the pinball machine in the other room. As they leave, someone else walks up to it, but you don't hear the pinballs. You don't you hear them like put a coin in. You don't actually hear them playing, and they never walk out of the room.
Okay.
That's weird. Anybody want to play pinball?
No, thank you.
Oh, why not? You've already had a drink. Couldn't hurt.
I think I'm good on pinball.
Yandros, how much have you drinking so far?
Probably half the mug.
What's your constitution score?
11.
11? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I try and spy on somebody else playing pinball? Like look around the corner or something? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can do that. As you kind of, what do you think? Go ahead and roll me. Do you want to look inconspicuous as you do so?
Yeah, I would
Go
prefer
ahead and roll
that.
me performance or stealth.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. As you just kind of blend in. How do you blend into your surroundings as you get a better?
I'm gonna change into my Chihuahua form. Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the stuff at the table and bring the drink that I have over and look like I'm drinking it on the floor while I'm staring at the pinball machine.
Okay, that's funny. I like that. There's just a little Chihuahua drinking beer on the floor. And as you kind of look over, you see someone walks in to play the pinball machine, and that other guy who walked in a few minutes ago isn't in the room at all. You see one guy put a coin in the machine, and he sees hitting the buttons on the side. You hear the mechanisms go. It's like, dang. Oh well. So he plays a few more rounds before leaving. As you're kind of watching, you kind of pick up on from behind you where you did hear clinking glasses from that barmaid cleaning. You don't hear it anymore.
Is the maid still over there?
No. Actually, roll me a perception check.
6.
6? You don't know where she went. Meanwhile, off. As a dwarven barmaid, who looks familiar, walks up to your table.
Every story comes to an ending, so for now, we must conclude. Thank you for listening, Sojourners. Your attention will not go unrewarded, and we look forward to continuing this adventure. There are more podcasts to listen to. Go back into the archives and listen to The Blood War, The Bookish and the Brave, or maybe you could check out a one-shot, The Crypts of Azaroom. Find more information about becoming a dungeon master at your table at www.sojournersawake.com. But however you choose to sojourn, as always, may your story continue.